Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good afternoon. So right now I'm going to do the Divine Arena. So yeah, let's check it out. So we have a Son of Woods on the left over here. We have a King of the North on the right. Looks like on the text it says just one little spell and all your enemies will become helpless with all their skills. That makes sense because that is the silent skill for the Son of Woods. Then over here on the Flight and Evasion it says pretty hard to hit a moving target, isn't it? Well, explain it to your enemies. So it looks like the heroes that we're facing will have Flight and Evasion. All right, sure. Yeah, let us start on the Son of Wood side.
Let the hunt begin.
Exactly. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're facing now. We got the Warlord here that does damage to all enemies, has 2 Spearmen on the first column if they summon, and then also gives an attack boost to order allies for 1 turn. Okay, we have a couple of buildings here. This one has spikes, and this one deals damage to enemies at the end of the turn. I'm gonna go, let's see. I want to start with a hero with high health. The only issue is that this hero does have that silence, and we probably do want to use it for other heroes as well. Just checking out the damage, so it does 8. We have a hero over here that does a summon, but it only has 4 health, so we're going to avoid summoning this one. So we're going to hold on to this, and this one too, again, because of the low health. So in this case, we're just going to go with this range hero over here. And summon over here on D1. This hero, it summons a Hellgate in front of itself, which will give it some protection. And with the Hellgate too, we can also have a Witch or a Zombie, depending if it's summoned or attacked. Got it. So we got this hero over here. This deals damage to enemies in 2 random lanes. And then also we give block and has flight. Very hard to take care of. So we will go with our silence hero to actually stop the random damage. Okay, and so we can also attack this hero now because it doesn't have its flight anymore. And it doesn't have that. Okay, we have this hero over here. This one gets extra block for every adjacent hero around, and then on top of that it has extra attack and evasion. So in response to that, let's take a look at the block. So that's pretty big. We can go with our spike skill because we have an open lane over here. So instead of actually trying to attack it with a range hero, which we will miss because of the evasion, we can just take the damage over here. Now in this case also, we're going to follow up with this melee hero over here on C3 because we want to protect this building, which does deal the damage to the enemies at the end of the turn. Yeah. So you can see that damage going through. Okay, this hero here has evasion, also will give a health boost to melee allies. So because of that, we're going to go use our silence/purify skill so that we'll be able to attack them. And then on top of that, going to go with a ranged hero over here to actually get rid of... Actually, we don't have to because of the damage at the end. So we're going to go with this ranged hero over here behind the melee ally. And you can see the damage at the end of the turn helped us destroy the hero here. Okay, we have this flight hero. We'll give spikes to an ally whenever they attack. And then we'll also heal the ally warlord when spikes triggers on their side. Okay, we can continue. We're going to summon this range hero next on A1. This one allows us to silence the enemy that attacks. And we'll also heal a little bit because of the life ballast that comes out. And, okay, so we're going to take the damage skill now. Okay, we have this melee hero over here that gives mental shield whenever an enemy appears. Also deals damage to 3 random heroes that are not ordered. Let's see, combat will destroy that. We have this over here. So we can hit it with the flight hero. This does have a little bit of block, so that is going to be a problem. But we can do this melee summon over here. Gonna go on B3. This one can remove flight from enemies in the line, so that we'll be able to attack them. And see the mental shields keep coming off of the summons that we have. Here are the spearmen. These spearmen have a little bit of block, and they're also, as seen, they're blocking our lanes. Take some random damage over there. Okay, so let's see. Combat will destroy those. Still have to deal with this. Okay, we're going to summon another one of these range heroes. These are the ones, again, summon the Hellgate in front of itself, and then also this one can also silence the attack enemy. So we can at least stop the random damage, and then also the mental shield will no longer land on the warlord. Okay, so we do have a couple open lanes over here, 12, 22. Okay, so we do have enough for lethal, just making sure that there are no death triggers or anything that affects. So this one gives a health boost to melee allies before we attack, but we are not going to be affected by these two bottom lanes. We'll give an attack boost just in case. And then we'll just skip the turn to avoid, quote unquote, any death triggers. Damage there. And there we go. What did you catch?
Epic!
Hey, not bad. Okay, so we got some runes because we're in the world event. And on top of that, also got some epics. In this case, got a decent amount of Yoasters here. Okay, yeah, let's do the Flight and Evasion side now. Okay, so let's take a look at their skills. These are the same skills that we had. So they have that spike skills that deals damage to the, well, it says himself for 2 turns. So whenever we attack their warlord, we're going to take some spikes damage. They also have that silent skill, and then also the attack boost to nature allies. And looks like we have the same buildings as last time, which is really nice. So knowing that they do have a silent skill and knowing that they do have the spike skill, we're going to avoid using this extra attack hero because it's going to trigger the spikes twice. So instead, just going to go with this melee hero over here to actually protect our building. Yeah! And this one here too also gives the health boost to melee allies on our side. And a little bit of evasion. Okay, so this hero here will remove negative effects from allies at the end of the turn. Also has that life palace for a little bit of protection. Now this hero does poison damage at the end, and so we'll be able to deal some damage that way. Also, we're going to place this female hero behind our melee hero. So you can see a little bit of poison. This life palace actually does heal the allies for a little bit at the beginning of the turn. Okay, so they did the spike skill. That's cool. This hero here, it's still poisoned. It doesn't remove negative effects from itself, but everybody else. So we will see what we can do here. We'll be able to get some more poison, although now they do have their spike skill, so we're not going to do this summon. This range hero over here silences the enemies in the line except nature. Okay, and it also deals damage when a melee ally is attacked in the same line. So let's see. So I guess we could technically attack it with a nature hero. That's actually not bad. This one is going to poison ranged enemies, so that'll be this one here. Yeah, we'll go with our range hero over here on actually A2, so that way we can protect a range hero behind it. We'll take some damage, got the spikes, got the poison, and yeah, so both of these range heroes are now destroyed. Okay, let's see here. So they do have spikes for one more turn, so we want to avoid that. We also do want to play around the next skill, which again is that silent skill. So in this case, I'm going to go with a hero with... So I know this hero has block. I remember that. Damage over there, damage there, damage there. So if we do extra attack, this one will put 21, 26. Ooh, so that'll actually be enough to destroy that. We don't want to do that. So in this case, going to go with this range hero over here. On A1, again with the protection. The damage over there. Got the heals going. The life palace.
Yeah!
Okay, not bad. So let's see. So we have this range hero over here. It summons a rabbit when it attacks, and then when an ally rabbit dies, it will silence the enemy who kills it. So in this case, we don't want to kill it using this. But what we can do... We can use our storm skill to actually get rid of this rabbit and also deal damage to other stuff.
Whoa!
And then also, as we destroy something, we will be able to summon a Horo because we destroyed a non-chaos, non-building. Let's see. If we get a little more damage, we can actually get another Horo. But I think for now, we're just going to go with our extra attack hero, even though they do have the silence. And then we'll also be able to summon another Horo once this hero is destroyed. Alright, so as you can see, all of the life palace is gone, and then the other attackers are gone. These heroes are frozen because of the Horos that came out, which originally do freeze an enemy. Alright, so using their silent skill now. That is good, because we did want to draw it out. So combat will be enough to destroy that. We can play around this hero. Again, this one has that Hellgate in front of itself, and also can silence the enemy attacks. So what we'll do is... just to block for damage, just going to summon a knight or the spearmen. We only have one as opposed to two because of the other heroes that are on the same line. But again, we can go now with our range hero over here on B1. This one again does the poison damage to the range. In this case, we can go over here. And then as you can see, the poison damage there. Okay, so they summon the Groot. This Groot silences the enemies in the line, also has a little bit of block, and gets health at the end of the turn. Okay, so poison will actually destroy that. We can go with our... see, this one here's the damage over there. Oh, we're pretty close to lethal right now. We'll give an... even if we give an attack boost to our order heroes, it will be enough to destroy this, but that's really it. We can deal some extra damage over there. This will die from poison. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so we'll give an attack boost over to order heroes. We'll do a little bit more damage to the warlord. And then we'll also summon this range hero over... summon this range hero actually over here on A2. And actually, we do have lethal here. All right, why not just win this turn instead? Okay, so that was the Flight and Evasion / King on the North side.
Epic.
Got some runes, and we got some epic Hanzos. Okay, not too bad. So that was it for the Divine Arena. We'll check back later when it does refresh, and we'll see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.